As a client is looking at a home that
Mhm.
has been listed and they're working through all this assumption of the mortgage, what happens if that appraisal comes in low?
That's a great question. And quite frankly, that's going to be a very important part of the process of buying a home with an assumable mortgage. The existing mortgages, like we've talked about, usually are FHA, VA, or USDA, and those are government backed mortgages. The appraisers who do the appraisal for the first and second mortgage. So when an appraiser comes in and says, okay, you've written an offer 600,000 and there's an assumable of 300, and so you're getting a mortgage for 95% of the total package, you may find that that appraiser is going to be very shy of saying, hey, I'm going to go all the way to 600. They may come down 5-10% off of that price because they're going to be afraid that if the buyer doesn't follow through and for some reason this new sale fails as far as later down the road, the FHA and VA will be going back and saying, who screwed up our mortgage? We had a nice mortgage going here. We had plenty of equity. Now we have a problem. And they're going to be looking at those appraisers and saying, why did you appraise it that high? As an agent for a buyer, you need to include the appraisal addendum in the Northwest MLS addendum that says, I'll buy the home for 600 provided the appraisal does not come in less than 590, and I will make up the other $10,000. I have the money to make up that difference. If the buyer doesn't have that money to make up the difference, then you have to negotiate off the sale price, which a seller may not be that willing to do because they're saying, hey, I'm giving you a good package here with a low payment. You're assuming this low payment. The overall package is a cheaper cost to you than if you didn't assume my mortgage. So it's going to be pretty specific negotiations you're going to have to make.
That's a pretty great deal. Now, with our lending processes, there are different second mortgages that will actually help people buy these homes to get the sellers the extra cash that they're looking for. And some of the second mortgages out there will be 80%, 85, 90, and right now we have one of the best programs that goes up to 95%. So that's really helpful for these buyers only having to come in with 5% down.